Hello, everybody. Let us understand who a guru is. A guru is a emancipated person who comes in your life, uplifts you from your darkness and ignorance, and elevates you in a spiritual ladder. That is the person who is a guru. The guru is very hard to find. You need to have some kind of a divine blessing to come under the contact of a guru who can emancipate you, because he is an uplifted soul, and this uplifted soul can uplift other souls as well. So that is the greatness of a guru, who who one encounters across several births. It may not happen that you meet a guru in this birth, but you will definitely meet a guru in one of your cycles of births. So, this is a shloka which explains what the meaning of the word guru is. Kushabdastvandakarasyat Rishabdastanirodakah Andakaram nirodhitvat Gururitya. So, this guru is a word which is comprised of two other words. One word is gushabdaha tu andakarasyat. So, this gu shabda in the guru represents andakaram or darkness. It's called darkness because it represents the state of ignorance. Ignorance from being more and more closer to Bhagavan. So something draws us away from Bhagavan. That is that ignorance. So this darkness in us is referred by the word gu. Rishabdastan nirodakah. Ru shabdaha tat nirodakah. So this ru shabdaha or ru word, it removes us, it separates us, it distances us, it stops us from that ignorance. So while one word gu puts us in ignorance, the other word ru removes us from that ignorance. So andakaram nirodhitvat, because of the virtue of which it removes the darkness in us, Gururitya. He is called Guru. Thus, this spiritual person called Guru comes in your life and emancipates you, absolves you of all the darkness, and guides you in the path of light. That is why Guru is revered with utmost reverence. You should be fortunate to get a Guru in your life. In fact, Swami Shri Vedanta Deshika in his Nyasa Vimshati talks about different characteristics of a guru. Siddham sat sampradaye sthiradhiyamanagam shrotriyam brahmanishtam satvastam satyavacham samayaniyataya sadhuvritya sametam dhambasuyadimuktam jita vishayiganam dharga bandhun dayalum Skalityeshasitaram swaparahitaparam deshikam bhushnaripset. So this is the first shloka in the Nyasa Vimshati. And Swami Shri Vedanta Deshika emulates about 16 or 17 characters of a Deshika or a Guru. So he says, Siddham Sat Sampradaye. The very first nature is that he should be coming from a noble clan. Siddh Sampradaya, a clan or a family or a lineage from where noble customs have been practiced. Noble customs here refers to all the services being rendered to Bhagavan. So this Guru comes from Sat Sampradaya. Siddham Sat Sampradaye Sthiradhiyam Anagam. Sthiradhiyam and Anagam. So sthira dhyam is a stable mind, unwavering, unshakening faith in Bhagavan. Without any turbulence in the mind, this devotion stays on to Bhagavan. So very stable mind. Sat sampradaya sthira dhyam anagam. Anagam, agham is papam, anagham is one who has not committed sins or one who is not committing sins. So a guru should be a person who should come from a noble lineage. He should also be sattvastam, satyavacham, then samaya niyataya sadhuvritya sametam. Siddham satsampradaye sthiradhiyamanagam, then shrotriyam. Fourth one is shrotriyam. Siddham satsampradaye sthiradhiyam anagam shrotriyam. Anagam is one who has not committed any sins. Shrotriyam is one who has exceptional knowledge in the Shrutis. He should have extremely good, exceptional knowledge in the Shrutis. So such a person is called Shrotriyam. Shrotriyam Brahmanishtam. Next is Brahmanishtam, the unshakening, unwavering faith in Bhagavan or Brahman. Sattvastam Satyavacham. Sattvastam is one who is filled with sattvic characters. Satyavacham, and one who always speaks the truth and truth alone. Sattvastam Satyavacham Samaya niyataya sadhuvritya sametam. Samaya niyataya sadhuvritya. So he is in sadhuvritti. He is in the business of performing noble deeds. Sadhuvritti. Samaya niyataya. In accordance with the diurnal time. So a lot of us do different noble deeds at different times. But there is a time for every karma to be performed in the day. For example, Pratah Sandhyavandanam has to be done before the sunrise. Madhyanikam has to be done before the noon. And same way, your Sayam Sandhyavandanam has to be done before the sunset. So, Samaya Niyataya Sadhuvrittihi. So, you have to be in the Sadhuvritti as per the time. So, Samaya Niyataya Sadhuvritti Sametam. Dhamba Asuya Adi Muktam. Dhamba is being haughty. Asuya is being jealous. So, both of these he must have been emancipated of. So he should not be having any of these qualities of arrogance, dhamba or asuya. Dhamba asuyadi muktam jita vishayi ganam. And vishayi ganam, vishayas are the sense organs. Vishaya are all the sense objects which draw those sense organs. Jita vishayi ganam. So the collection of all these sense objects which attract the sense organs. So he should have won over all of the sense objects. And not only sense objects, it's a Jita Vishayi Ganam, a collection of those. A bunch of those sense objects which can pull you, lure you into objects of focus other than Bhagavan. So, Jita Vishayi Vanam Dhirga Bandhum Dayalum. Dhirga Bandhu. So, this Dhirga Bandhu is a beautiful term because you can be in a relationship of Dhirga Bandhu only with two entities in this word. One is mother, the other one is Guru. Rest of the relationships are Sopadika relationships, which means there is a kind of a excuse or a reason as to why that relationship will stand. For example, the husband loves the wife. Because of that love, there is a bondage. There is a relationship. And same way, because of the fact that the father loves the child, he does all the services for the child. Same way, because the child is a child of the parent, he does some service to the parents. So whatever services happen, they all happen with some kind of a reason, and the relationship is grown based on that reason. So these type of relationships are called sopadika relationships, because there is a reason. But with Guru and with Bhagavan and with Mother, it is Dirgha Bandhu. There is a relationship because there is no expectation. Dirgha Bandhum Dayalum, and he should be a very charitable person. Dayalu. He should be a very forgiving person. Dirgha Bandhun Dayalum Skalitye Shasitaram. But when it comes to teaching and imparting instructions to the disciple, Shasitaram, he is very authoritative, he is very strict, he is not very lenient, he is a very strict person when it comes to imparting instructions to his disciple, with the sole intention that this disciple will have an Atmojivanam, which means a transformation in him to reach Bhagavan. With that sole objective, the Guru is a very strict person. Skalite Shasitaram Swapara Hitaparam. And when it comes to being a benefactor, he is a benefactor to more of a benefactor to others than to himself. Deshikam Bhushnureep says, with a person with all of these qualities is called a Deshika. So says Swami Shri Vedanta Deshika. So these are some of the characteristics of a Acharya, and one has to be in full reverence to such an Acharya. Thanks.